And by that I mean, do you make your own jam? If you do, this is the recipe for you. It's a jam crumb cake. The original recipe used homemade plum jam, but any jam that you like will do. In this bowl I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and to that add 1/3 cup of light brown sugar, packed. Sort of break it up a little bit. This is a crumb topping that I'm making. So amazing. With so few ingredients, you'll be surprised how incredible this is. Mix that together. That was a 1/4 teaspoon of coarse salt. I guess I could whisk this, not use my hands. Doing everything with my hands. I'm gonna end up touching it with my hands anyway because I gotta crumble it over the top. This is 6 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter, and you just drizzle that in and then stir it together. You wanna make sort of a dense crumb topping that takes no time. Give it a little stir. All you're looking for is for the flour and the sugar to be coated in the butter, and it's going to form some clumps that you'll sprinkle over the top of your cake. Set it aside for a sec. Whisk together your dry ingredients for the cake. It's 2 cups of all-purpose flour. It's a very simple cake. You're probably thinking, homemade cake? No thanks. No, you're not. I know you want to make it yourself. This is a teaspoon of salt. I have a 1/4 teaspoon in here, so I'm going to do it 4 times. And then 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Your dry ingredients, super duper simple. Whisk your dry ingredients and then cream your butter and your sugar. I have 1 stick plus 4 tablespoons or 1½ sticks of unsalted butter, room temp, in this bowl. To that add 3/4 cup of granulated sugar and beat until creamy, otherwise known as creaming. Now you add your eggs, 2 large eggs, 1 at a time. Add the second egg. You really want to add them 1 by 1. It allows the egg to incorporate and really do its work of adding volume and being absorbed into the mixture at the same time. You add them both at the same time and it has a really hard time incorporating into the butter-sugar mixture. Then what you do is you add your flour mixture in 3 batches, alternating with 2/3 cup of milk. Okay. Should be room temperature so that your mixture doesn't break. Room temperature milk, room temperature eggs, room temperature butter, and the textures of your cakes will be so much better. The remaining milk, and then the remaining flour mixture. Have your oven preheating to 350 degrees. Okay. This is a 9 by 9 inch cake pan lined with parchment, leaving it overhang 2 inches or so, and buttered. Scrape your batter into the pan. Spread the batter evenly into your pan. Okay, now over the top of this comes your jam. It's 1 1/4 cups of jam. Homemade is preferable. This is peach plum that I made, and it's really good, and I like to make slightly low sugar jams, and if you see my recipes, you'll see that. You can certainly use one of my recipes, or you can use a high-quality store-bought jam in its place. If you can, look for one that doesn't have too much sugar in it, so this isn't overly sweet. If you're using plum, sometimes there are skins in it. You want to remove the skins, so you might start off with like 1.5 cups. Spread that over the top evenly. There's some skins left in here, but I'm going to leave them because I kind of like them. And then the crumble topping goes on top. Clump it. I like to sort of crush it between my hands so that big clumps form, and then you just sort of sprinkle it over the top. This will give room for the cake batter to rise up beneath the clumps of crumble topping. You'll get to see pieces of the jam. But you do want an even covering because everybody wants crumble topping, right? That's all there is to it. Into your oven, 350 degrees, until a cake tester inserted in the top comes out clean. That'll take 45 to 55 minutes. Look at this. There's like a lava situation going on here. So good. Once it comes out of the oven, you want to let it sit in the pan for just about 20 minutes and then run a spatula or a knife around the edges, lift it out, and let it cool on a cooling rack. Oh, this is still warm. You're really not supposed to eat cake when it's warm, but I am going to because I want to. So there. Mmm. Oh my gosh, so good. Make your own jam and make this cake. Go out and buy some jam and make this cake. But please make this cake. You're gonna thank me.